Hi, welcome. My name's Chad Viggers with 12 Wells Church in Austin, Texas. So excited to have you with us. We just want to do a few video clips just talking about certain topics that I think are important and pertinent in our lives today. The first topic is, who are you? I think the main question that we need to answer in our society today is who we are. And many people don't have that answer. And we see chaos in our world. We see things that are falling apart around us. And it's interesting because it all comes back to something called your purpose and who you are. And in our society, one of the things that we try to do, and one of the things that we are pushed to think, is that we were here and put on this earth by accident. That when this earth was formed billions and billions of years ago, that it was an accident, that you are time plus matter plus chance. And I'm here to tell you that that is not the truth. And the theory of evolution, I want you to hear this, it is a theory, and that is something that we are being taught in our schools. Kids are being taught in our schools. And I just want to give you the hope of who is Jesus Christ today and talk to you about the hope of your destiny and who you are and what your purpose is. Because you were made for a purpose. God says that He knows every hair on your head. I'll tell you right now that you probably don't know all the hairs on your head. So you have a God, a loving God that loves you and cares about you, and He made you for a specific purpose. And our society today takes us away from that. They tell you that, again, you were here by accident. And it's no wonder that we see things and kids today that go do crazy things. And it's because if there is no purpose, if you do not have a purpose, if you do not have somebody who made you with a purpose, then everything else is an accident. It was interesting. I was watching a TV show the other night, and it was about a kid who went around and murdered about 20 people. And they asked him a question, if he felt bad or why he did it. And he said, and I thought this was very relevant to our society today. He said, "Why does it even matter? I'm an accident here. I don't have a purpose here. We're all random. So who cares if I killed somebody?" And it is such a truth-telling moment to our society today, that if you watch the atheists like Sam Harris and Richard Dawkins, what you will find is they have a very difficult time explaining one of the most important questions, and that is good and evil. They can't explain it, because if you say that there is good and evil, you have to say that there's actually a moral lawgiver, somebody who said in the beginning of time, this is right and this is wrong. And in our society, we have gone away from that. And a lot of people don't believe that. They don't see it. And if you ask an atheist like Sam Harris or Richard Dawkins, hey, what is right and wrong? They actually cannot answer that question. And the reason being is it comes back to a moral law giver. And the problem in our society is, if kids and us, if we don't believe that we were designed with a purpose, then what we do is we can do anything that is right or wrong based on what we believe. And that's one of the things that these atheists say is, hey, is right or wrong based on what I believe in that moment. Well, that's subject to change all the time. And what you can do is you can take somebody like Adolf Hitler, who killed millions of people, and well, was it right or wrong based on that time and that person's feelings? Well, they would say, yes, it was right to them. And we know in our heart of hearts that that's not true. So what I'm going to tell you is that you were designed for a purpose. And the main thing that I believe that you need to take away and ask yourself is, who am I? And why was I made? Why am I here? And I believe that you get those answers when you really search out God and you really look for Him. And start in your house, start in your room, in a quiet moment. Start asking, because I know that people out there are asking that question. Does He exist? Is He there? Is this real? Right? And I believe that that is the most important question that you can ask in your life, because if you don't answer that question, everything is meaningless. And so that happened in my life. Everything was meaningless because when I was, 18 years old, my vision and my dream was to play professional baseball. And that was all I thought my purpose was. I thought I was put on this planet to play baseball. And interestingly enough, I'm sure this happened to a lot of people, but that dream came crashing down at one point when I got injured. And when my purpose was in something, God says that if we put our purpose in things, it is a dead life. But a God-shaped life is a flourishing tree. And so I believe that what happened in my life was I was focused on things. I was focused on something that wasn't about God. And what ended up happening was the moment that got taken away from me, I didn't want to live anymore. Why? Because that was my purpose. And I think that a lot of people today are dealing with the same thing. You lose what you thought is your purpose, and you think that your purpose is in something. But your purpose is what God has told you your purpose is. Not what society has taught you, not what you see on TV, not money, things, anything like that is not your purpose. Your purpose comes from God, and that's the only way that you will live a life that is that you're not going to retreat from, that you're not going to feel that you don't have meaning in things. You know, a lot of people go through life and they get disenchanted, or they just don't feel good about moving forward. And the reason is you put your purpose in something other than God. And He is the one that tells you who you are. So search Him out. I believe that that's the most important thing that you can possibly do in your life, is search out God. And you ask, and He will answer you. There's no doubt about it. That's what happened in my life. I asked. I was at a point where I didn't want to live anymore, and I was screaming out to God. I didn't believe that there was a God, because teachers in school told you that was not true, and they taught me that was not true. And so I was at a point where it was a point of desperation, and I screamed out to Him, God, I need you. Are you there? Are you available? Is this real? Am I here for something? And that is what I believe searching Him can do. And that is what I believe that you should do in searching out God. So God bless you. I hope this helps. I hope that you connect with this, because I think that this, again, is the number one thing that people should answer in their lives. Check us out on 12wells.net and find out if you're in Austin. We'd love to have you come out to one of our services. God bless you. Have a fantastic day. We love you.